You're not going to stand for that and then do nothing else off the court, off the field, off the court. See, that's
it's okay. You were close.
You know
LeBron James is on the court. He's on the field. So, yeah.
I just, it's talking without action.
Right.
And that I have a hard time with in any way.
It's bringing attention to himself with this
right,
versus, being actively involved.
Right.
I think LeBron
But you know what?
James
In fairness to him, he got everybody talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Whether we agree with it or not, we're still talking about it. But nothing's changing. That's the saddest part. There's still a great deal of discrimination in this country and around the world. But for him, it's this country. And we can talk about it till we're blue in the face. If there's action not being done, it's not going to change.
Exactly. And I still think that by doing that, it causes more of a divide. Mm-hmm. There's this split because now people are like, I don't like him or I don't like what he's doing, that disrespecting me or whatever. So I think it creates more of a divide when you do it that way. Yeah. So on to the next.
Well, now it's the fall here. And I'm not one to be particularly happy about that. I'm not. Yes, I do like pumpkin spice. Yes, I do like fires in the backyard. But I don't like wearing clothes and shoes. I don't like wearing layers of clothes. I have a hoodie on with shorts and flip flops. And I will say this story that I shared before, and I'll share it again. I stretch out summer way past Labor Day weekend. I mean, way past, to the point where last year I was trying so hard to suck it all in because, here you wake up and it's cold, and then as the day goes on, it gets warm, and then now the sun will start setting earlier and it gets cold again. So by the time I got up, the kids got to school and I started my day, it was warm. So I could get away with a pair of capris, a t-shirt, and like a little denim jacket and little shoes, either flip-flops or sandals or something. And I may have stretched it a little too far as it was almost Thanksgiving. And
this is a memorable moment because we talk about it often.
And there's my niece Ava standing in the kitchen. And, I come in, I got my, briefcase over my shoulder or whatever. I come walking in, and I have to admit, I was maybe just a little bit chilly. It was like 4:30, 4:45. It was starting to get dark because the time had changed. I hate that. And there she is. I'm now in, like I said, t-shirt, capris, flip-flops, and a denim jacket, like a jean jacket. She is in the kitchen in full wool garb. She has a wool hat on.
I could just picture her
like
now.
Her little beanie, those little beanie things that they wear, like 3 sweatshirts on, sweatpants, big socks, and these slippers that we wear, like man slippers. She's eating something. I walk in. I stand by the door. She's standing in the kitchen. She looks at me, looks me up and down, and says to me, "Jenny, let it go. It's over. It's not coming back. Okay, let it go." And it was like that moment that I went upstairs and thought, shit, I got to get my winter clothes out. Because I really, secretly, I was like actually cold, but I just couldn't give in to the fact that it was fall. So
she was so cute, and you were cute. You were always like trying to push the envelope with the summer.
Oh, yes.
I mean, even now, like you're trying to push that envelope. It's finally, you can feel it in the air right now with the fall. The temperature, the minute it says fall here on the Northeast corridor, the minute the day goes, it gets cooler. You could feel the air.
I don't want to give up my tan. It's just that simple. I don't.
You went to the beach the other day with Joanne.
Yeah, but it was 95 degrees at the height of the day, and everybody's like, "Oh, it's fall." Like,
it was 88, but I mean, you got some color. Like you came back. She was like a lobster. You were red like a lobster. Your whole chest, your whole face.
Because September in this area is one of the best months of the year. And anyway, so fall. Well, what do you feel about fall? Do people like it? Do you love it? Do you not like it? Of course, for our listeners out in Australia, it's now summer, so now they're all laughing at us, similar to how we were laughing at them in June. So,
or people might be in Florida or other tropical areas. They don't really have a fall.
That's true. That's
so
true.
They go from like summer to winter, and winter is kind of like a spring. It's just really, it doesn't really get cold.
Somewhere around October, I'll start going, oh, this is nice, But for right now, it's still, it's just not time yet. I'm not ready. I'm just not ready. So
I know, because you just came back from Maui though too.
It was like a month ago. All right, it's like a distant memory now. I don't want to talk about it.
Oh God. Okay.
But anyway, so now the last thing that we wanted to talk about
was fostering.
Yes,
fostering. Jen and I are really involved with fostering our dogs. As anyone who listens to us, and part of an organization, NEBTR. Northeastern Boston Terrier Rescue. I said network because we kind of network together,
Well,
but it's rescue.
And sometimes it is, but it's NEBTR. And you know, as we wrote that and said it, we really don't foster anymore because of selling the house and just not, you know, there's way too many people coming in and out and whatever. But we do volunteer, and I had the pleasure of doing a home inspection last week to a very nice woman. I told our rescue we need like 35 more of people just like her, and everyone that we have, every foster we have would be in a great home. Mm-hmm. But one of the things that really stuck out for me, and I shared this with Michele, is that when I was leaving this woman's house, she had just lost her dog, and she has another one, Grace, who's a sweetheart. And we had to meet outside, actually, because Grace isn't a big fan of new people coming into her house. And she took a liking to me, and before I knew it, she was sitting on my lap kissing me. I don't know, it was one of those short dogs, like it looks like a hot dog type thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
Anyway, she was a sweetheart and very, very well loved, and you can tell. But anyway, she said to me about rescuing is that she knows what it takes, and she's prepared to give it time, put the work and the energy into it. And when I left there, it just made me realize and remind myself of it's a quality that is not only important in rescuing, but it's a quality that's important really in life. When you meet people who are willing to do work that things take to make something right, mm-hmm. is incredible. And it's not, you know, I say it like it's common, but it's not. You know, we're a generation of instant gratification. We want what we want now. Situations that come together in people's lives, you know, you know how you think it should be or how it is on TV, but then when you're living it in your own life, sometimes it takes work, it takes patience, and if it's not perfect right away, we almost say, forget it, we don't want it. And to hear this woman talk about what she's willing to do to rescue a dog, and she didn't have a whole lot of requirements, you know, because sometimes it's like people truly think they're like ordering a car. Like, I want this age, this color skin, this color, you know, you're just like, you're rescuing a dog. Like, you don't get, like, you can kind of have guidelines, but it's not going to be exactly what you want. Mm-hmm. So anyway, it was one of the things that stuck out for Michele and I this week, because it was really neat to meet somebody who came right up and said, like, I know what it's going to take, and I'm prepared. I'm willing to, you know, especially, and she said, especially this time of year, she's home. It's, you know, the days are shorter, the nights are longer, so she'll be home after work. She can put the time in. She can love this dog, mm-hmm. save this dog, and give her dog a friend. And when I left there, I just felt like the world just needs more people like that. Yeah. And not even just with our rescue network, but just in general. People who look at other people
kind
and say,
gentle.
You know what? I'm willing to do what it takes to make certain things work. And I appreciate that. And it's definitely a quality that I admire.
So that is our top 5 things.
Hi, this is singer-songwriter Jori Quine, and you are listening to the Girls Hour podcast.
You could find us, The Girls, at thegirlshour.org. Go to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at The Girls Hour, HOUR. We would love to hear from you, so you could please email us your stories, share us your photos, what love looks like, any photo that represents love to you. And so you could send that to thegirls at thegirlshour.com. Check us out on Spreaker. We are on Spreaker. We are on SoundCloud. Go to our website. You could download our content, listen to us there, find up all our new upcoming events. So check us out at The Girls Hour. So next up here on the Girls Hour, we have our 2 interviews with RAC and Jori Costello. They are from the Bulldozer Health Take Back Your Health event that's happening this October 1st. So we're going to get to them right now.
This is Wendy Love Edge, and I love to listen to Jen and Michele on the Girls Hour from wherever I am on the planet.
Welcome to Therapy Cafe with Zane Winslow and Talia Chase.
So Zane here likes to focus on commitment.
I do. And Talia, on the other hand, wants to help you connect with yourself and your lovers.
We ask our listeners to send us questions they want us to answer. The key here, we won't be able to do this show without you. So please visit therapy.cafe today and send us your questions.
Hi, this is Dr. Karen, and you're listening to The Girls Hour with Jen and Michele.
Welcome to the Girls Hour, Ari. Are you there?
I am here. Hello.
Excellent. Well,
Hi,
thank you
ladies.
for joining us today.
Hi, Ari.
Very happy to have you on the show.
Thanks for having me.
We had the pleasure of interviewing Wendy a few weeks ago, and we learned a great deal about Bulldozer Health and your event, Take Back Your Health. And it sounds fantastic. If Michele and I both said that if we were just a little bit closer, we would actually be there.
Well, you got to be closer than I am because we're going to be driving from Worcester. We're leaving, Wednesday before the show, and we're going to get there, maybe Friday, stay till Sunday, play the show, and come back. So we're taking like a week off work, getting a rental.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
excited about it. We did it last year for the last show we did out there at George's, the place in Arkansas.
Wow, right. You're right. You win. You definitely are further. But can you tell us about your involvement with Take Back Your Health and how you came, your involvement with Wendy, of course, and how that started?
Sure. Wendy, wrote to me, and when she first started the Bulldozer Health, she was looking for artists to play, the events, and we ended up running into each other like a week after she emailed me at a cafe, and she was like, Ari, I'm Wendy. Like, the first show we did was a little over a year ago, and I played 4 Take Your Health America concerts since then. The last one was at a really cool venue in Worcester, Mechanics Hall. And we did, actually this might be the 5th show. So I do mostly folk, but I'm doing some hip-hop collabs.
Sweet.
With a couple different MCs around the area.
Very, very nice.
That's really
Which is really exciting. I was actually working on a rhyme today. We're going in the studio the 23rd. And LV, who's an MC that's going to be playing at the Take Back Your Health concert in Connecticut, he sent me a few beats to work on, and it's different. It's I don't play guitar or any of this. It's just coming up with melodies and rhymes and stuff, and
love it.
It's different style. Yeah, it's fun.
That's great.
It's fun.
Now, it's gotta be cool to just to jam out. That's kind of just like getting with friends and jamming. You know what I mean?
Well, I want to write stuff. I don't want to. I mean, I can go in there and just try to improv it, but I got a little notebook. And I went to this place in my neighborhood called Nick's, where I usually play every month, and ordered a couple beers, and took a piece of the calendar on the back, borrowed a pen from the bartender, and was scribbling down, some rhymes and stuff. And it's like, it's different. It's like like rap stuff, like club music,
That's awesome.
That's great.
And there's some swearing, there's some.
What would it be without it? Yeah.
Beep. Oh, you mother beep, want to peel me?
Now, what about this event and the organization that attracted you to it?
Well, it's really cool because they're embarking on sort of the pharmaceutical crisis that a lot of people are affected by, and there's so much to it, and there's so much money being wasted, and healthcare issues that aren't being addressed. People are offered the pills and surgery, and medicinal cannabis is just coming back into the forefront, and it's time to move past chemotherapy as being the only option, because it's just so devastating. I don't know. I just feel like the medical industry sort of took a bad turn back in the 70s. A lot of nurses felt it. They're over medicating, and their hands are tied. They have a few options, and they're really not the best ones. And if you have a sore shoulder, just a small time example, like a rotator cuff injury. So I'm a massage therapist. Like, I would just work on that, do muscular work and try to get the blood flowing, and they're going to give you pain pills. All it's going to do is block the pain signal. It's not going to get the underlying cause, the root issue, You're
not going to resolve your problem and work it out and get healed, really. Yeah. And
part of it's the problem that people want an easy solution. You don't want to get up every day and eat right and exercise and do the things that you can't. I mean, sometimes people don't have the time. They're in a 9-to-5 desk job,
Right.
really stagnant lifestyle.
Absolutely.
But the other part of it too is just Eastern medicine and Western medicine meeting, like with the whole idea of meridians and chi and energy. So I do like Reiki healing sessions, and that's like considered taboo in a lot of like the still Christian hospitals. Like,
we have a friend that started getting into Reiki. I just recently was talking to her about it, and she went through cancer, didn't she, Jen, a few years back? And it's revolutionized her whole being. Like, she goes and she's like, I feel so much better. And she finds out what's wrong with her, and her energy's all like, she loves it. And she's like, Michele, you gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta get some Reiki. And I've been reading up on it, and I love it. I love the idea of it. So
yeah,
I think
the whole cool thing about Bulldozer is that, we provide money to people and alternative health therapy. So people want acupuncture, they can come to our network. if they need money for medicinal cannabis. And Wendy's really cool too. Like, she'll do house calls.
Wow.
A friend of ours was recently like paralyzed, and he does concerts still for us.
Wow.
But he was in an accident, so we just went to his house, and just to offer support.